Welcome to On a Storyteller's Night. My name's Josh, joined as always by my co-host Nathan.
Hello.
How have you been, mate?
Not bad, apart from my car. Currently in the garage, which sucks because the emissions control system has failed.
Mm.
And with a diesel car with the AdBlue and all that, that means the car will not work and it gives you a limited amount of time. No, and it tells you you've got 500 miles until the car will no longer start. So it's currently in the garage, and it went in the garage last week. So I had to have a lift to work and stuff, and they had a look and told me how much it would be. And then they ordered the part, and the people they got it from, it was actually the wrong part. So they had to order a different one, which is slightly more expensive. So I've currently got a courtesy car because the part didn't arrive until late, so they haven't finished the work. So yeah, so I've got a crappy old Fiesta I have to drive around at the moment that doesn't have any special stuff. Well, it's got electric windows, a CD player, and aircon. That's about it. So I have to listen to the radio. There's Radio 1, 2, or Radio Wales. So it's like, no, I don't want to use the best, thank you very much. So I'm listening to crap at the moment. Yeah, other than that, life goes on. How about you?
Life goes on. Well, since we've last spoken, I've been playing a lot of GTA, making sure to get back into the swing of it.
Oh, yeah.
I've been to work with my dad all weekend, so I haven't done much this weekend besides work and work and work. And there's really nothing else much to it, mate. I've just been GTAing or working. It's one of the two. But no, I've been doing GTA with my girlfriend a lot. She's been helping me with my money, and I've been helping her with what she needs to buy. Could you help me with what I need to buy? I've been helping her, and she's starting to see a lot of difference.
Ah, cool. That'd be good. All ready for the gaming event coming up soon.
Exactly.
On the 27th. So everyone mark your calendars.
Yep, charity live stream. Exactly,
yep.
24 hours live stream for cancer research this time.
Yep, exactly. And yeah, it'd be good fun. Good fun, I think, especially with the Wheel of Misfortune that we've got.
Oh, yeah, we've got a nice little change to it, and it's forever evolving.
Oh, yes.
Have you got 5 from Jack yet? Because my girlfriend's still in the middle of getting 5 going.
No, I think it's difficult because we've already got pretty much all the good ones, haven't we? I don't know if we'll get much else.
My girlfriend's got 3 good ones. She's just trying to find for 2 ones that aren't as bad as the rest of the wheel, which is the tough part.
I don't know. Do we want just bad ones so it's always misfortune? Just make it interesting, make it harder.
Anyways, are you ready to continue on?
Yep, let's go for it.
All right, so we're back to finishing 3 posts of mine in a row on the Destiny 2 weapons. As you can see, mates, there's a new area, so we stopped playing. These are the weapons at the bottom that we have not been able to try out or use, but that's when we stopped playing Destiny, just before this gun here. Whatever the hell that gun is.
I don't even know. The middle one I kind of recognize, that one.
I recognize this one because I've seen a lot of this one.
Yeah, the one to the left I recognize.
That one, yeah.
Yeah, I recognize that one. I can't remember what it is.
There is 2 things that I want to change about this list, and I want to throw them your way before I move anything.
Okay.
So, Queensbreaker.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, it should just be there. Right
to be honest, I really don't care. Queensbreaker is kind of a pile of crap anyway, so it's in F.
Yeah, because I was just looking at this list. It's like Queensbreaker isn't better than Darcy and Legend of Acurus is just better than it.
None of them are ever going to be in an inventory if I ever play the game again. And there's so much happening at the moment. There's so many people leaving it, and as Cross has had quite a few videos where he's actually done like the New Light experience, went back to the beginning, having to do the Shoreharn stuff, and it was awful. Every 2 minutes you have to meditate. And it's just, you killed something, meditate, bad guys show up, meditate, bad guys show up, and that's all you do. And it was just, but it doesn't explain anything while you go, you just do it, and it's just like, oh my God, it was dreadful. But it's also, you don't start with like basic weapons and build up. You suddenly get, oh look, there's a purple piece of armor, there's a purple weapon. What about green and blue? Like, it's a mad mix. It's just now.
The second thing that I want to change is 1000 Voices and Xenophage. I would personally like to swap those two around because Xenophage is more useful than.
Go for it. Yeah, the Thousand Voices is very much it's a use case kind of weapon, in it. You need it specific, and if you don't need it, you won't use it.
Don't get me wrong. 1K is still quite good, but Xenophage is. Yeah. We've both used Xenophage a lot more than anything below it. Besides Skyburner's Oath for you, but anyways, we have reached to when we came back to play. Well, when you started playing properly, and when I came back to Destiny after Destiny 1, Season of Arrivals.
That's the one we both started playing, because I played quite a bit before then. We did play a little bit with like Gaz and stuff before then, when he realized that he couldn't kill anything, and then we kind of hit big time, didn't we?
Yeah. But it's like, I took a break from Destiny for quite a while, and Season of Arrivals was my first time back after Destiny 1.
Yeah. I remember we started playing it, and I had all this good equipment because I had Prime Gaming, so I was just collecting everything all the time, and I had like loads of good weapons and ships and armor and everything else. I was like kind of ahead of everyone else. Kind of unfair on everyone else, but no, I pay for it, so it's what it is.
Just getting one more thing out that I have missed out on.
Mm-hmm.
Here we are. Got it now. Just getting it ready. Because last episode I realized I didn't really do much talking on what the weapons exotic perks were.
Yeah.
But this is where it changes. This is where we're going to get back into stating the exotic perks. So I'm getting Light GG up.
Yeah.
So first up, Wither Horde.
Brilliant.
This exotic perks are Primeval's Tournament. Projectiles fired by this weapon blight the target or nearby areas on impact and break the bank. Blighted targets take damage over time and blight the nearby area on death. That's with its catalyst. So already with the exotic perks, it's B, A, or S, but I know why we're cutting it. It's S.
It's S. It is the best, especially when you're combining it with people using Malfeasance, because it turns everything
into Taken.
Yeah, so it's just like it just becomes brilliant, and area control, boss damage. It does so much against everything. You can just use it. It's the best launcher in the entire game, bar none. Nothing even comes close to it.
Where would we put it in Esto? Personally, I think it's fine there.
Yeah, because it can be used in any situation.
Very
use
versatile.
It. Boss, use it. Especially if you've got a hunter with you that has Lucky Pants and a Malfeasance. Yeah, you bring that sucker out, and suddenly Malfeasance is doing ridiculous damage.
Yeah, agree.
With Lucky Pants as well, you just add it all. It's just it's ridiculously good. And some of the skins you can get for it as well look really, really cool. It's just a nice looking weapon as well. It's just it's pretty.
Next up is Traveler's Chosen. Exotic perks are Gathering Light. Final blows with this weapon grant stacks of Gathering Light. Alternate weapon action. Consume stacks, granting a melee grenade, and class ability energy based on the number of stacks. And gift of the Traveler. Each stack of Gathering Light improves this weapon's reload, handling, and target acquisition. In my opinion, it's a low A, top B.
I think it's a bit higher. I really enjoyed using this weapon. I used it a lot in Pressage. I used a lot in Pressage, especially for a hunter. If you're using I can't remember what they're called, the grips, where you get bonuses for using sidearms, and it increases your ready speed and everything else. It's brilliant, and the fact you can just keep getting stacks and get more grenade energy and everything else. And I found it really, really good. It shoots well. It feels good. It looks cool. It's one of those very specific kind of weapons that you have to put a bit of time into. Like Rat King can seem a bit crappy at first, but when you actually start using it, it's really, really good. But it's one of those things. It's really good if you want to have your melee and your grenade energy back.
I was about to say that.
You can use it for that. If you're doing solo content, that's when it works really well, because then you're getting your grenades a lot. And for I said, for Pressage and stuff like that, it was brilliant for. Loved using it. In some of those rooms where you're getting outnumbered, like the last room where you have to keep popping down to kill the boss, going back up and you get all the bad. For that, I just found it really good. And so much melee energy and grenades and everything else was.
You see, I personally was going to put it right here behind Xenophage. That's what I was going to put it.
Yeah, that's fair enough. It's a really good one. I think the more you use it, the more you like it.
Yes.
But it's not as powerful as others. But it's kind of one of those, if you want something that can do a lot of different things, it's an all-rounder. You can take it in any situation, it'll do fine. But there isn't a situation where you take it where it'll be like, oh my God, this thing is amazing. It'll just be good no matter what you're doing. So it's kind of an all-rounder for me.
All right, well, next up is Ruinous Effigy. Exotic perk, Transmutation. Final blows with this weapon collapse victims into the void. Transmutation Spheres. Evolution. Transmutation spheres you create can be picked up and wielded as weapons by you or your allies. Light attack is a light attack with it. Heavy attack suppresses and block, guard, drain nearby enemy targets. When we got the gun, I was impressed. I'm not sure about you, but it's just gravitational lance with a beam.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Exactly. It's just like, it's okay for a bit of fun, but it's not like it's amazing.
See, I would put it underneath Heir Apparent next to Two-Tailed Fox. I'd put it right there.
Yeah, that's fine. It's one of those ones. It's okay. It's kind of a bit of a laugh, but it's not going to change the outcome of anything hugely, is it?
No, it isn't. It's a good crowd control, though. Definitely.
Oh yeah. Good if you sum up with a lot of like small time ads, yeah, it's great against the little ads. But anything bigger, it's not going to be that great, is it?
No. Right. So next up is No Time to Explain. Exotic from Destiny 1. Exotic perks is Rewind again. Precision shots and shots against combatants slowed or frozen by stasis will return to the magazine. And Feeding Frenzy. Each rapid kill with this weapon progressively increases reload speed for a short time. Also to note, after every, precision kill, you get a little...
that's the rewind thing.
Ghost. Yeah. The rewind, yeah, you get the little...
That's the rewind, yeah.
Yeah, the rewind.
That's the rewind bullets. I have several thoughts about this.
I loved it when it came out. We both used it quite a lot.
I didn't use it that much because I thought it was okay, but I didn't think the exotic perk was that great. Just having a floating thing shooting. And to be honest, since it came out, there's a better option. LC Bray's rifle is 10 times better. It feels better. It works better. So I don't think it ranks that well because it's kind of a... Nah, it's just a pulse rifle. It's not anything great. Said the exotic perk where it gives you the little floaty thing that shoots is okay, but it doesn't cause that much damage.
You see, when I use it, I make sure to do a bit of light Crucible and light PvE. I don't do anything like strikes or nightfalls.
That's the
story,
thing, yeah.
Or competitive PvP. It's literally just something to rack yourself up and get in.
It's no good for PvP because exotic perk doesn't help you enough because you don't get enough kills. So and you're not necessarily going to get as many precision shots.
Again, I only used it for things like when I come back from Destiny from like 2 weeks, I would always use No Time to Explain in Crucible just to warm myself up.
Yeah. And then you could just use LC Bray's rifle instead because it's so much better. And there's so many different perks.
It's aged quite well. It's still a good weapon when it comes to stats.
But does it feel like it's an exotic weapon? No, because
not anymore.
The legendary weapon is better than it without the exotic perks. So,
but in between these two,
close to Suros, I think it seems good. Yeah, that's fine. That looks like a good place.
That's fine.
Yes, it is good, and the exotic perk is okay if you're going against low level ads. But if you're doing any kind of strike or anything, and what's the point? There's better options. The trouble is with it, there's better options that aren't exotic, so you're wasting your exotic slot really on it. Trouble. We used a lot because it was free with the expansion.
We got that's why free, we used it. Yeah. Next up is My Beloved, and I already know why you're bowing your head down.
Funny, you just you only love it.
Right? Yeah.
So long to get.
When this came out, I was about 30 tries into at this point trying to get Cloud Strike. and I believed it was the recon missions or deep inside Europa, replaying the story for Beyond Light, but in harder difficulties. Never guessed it on his second try.
It was going against that one person constantly, wasn't it?
Yeah, different levels. You had to climb different levels, and the platforms would disappear. But you got it on your second try, and it took me nearly 50 tries to get it.
so funny.
Cloud Strike, exotic perk, Mortal Polarity. Precision final blows generate a lightning bolt at the target's location and grants a moderate amount of bolt charge. And Stormbringer, rapid precision hits create a lightning storm at the point of impact and grant a stack of bolt charges. A lot like Tiku's Divination, but...
which we haven't got to yet.
No. And Trinity Ghoul. A lot like Trinity Ghoul, not Tiku's Divination.
But not as good as Trinity Ghoul.
Not as good as Trinity Ghoul, but still very effective, because Cloud Strike and Trinity Ghoul are different. Trinity Ghoul is spread, and your main arrow is the hit if you get a precision kill.
You know, personally, where I'd put it, above every other sniper rifle. Because I think it's better than any other sniper rifle because of that ability to take out... That's the
highest sniper we've got. See, I was already going to say A, because I love this gun. It's got like nearly... it's got nearly 17,000 kills on it already. Well, I say already, it's been out for a while. But I would personally say right about there. In between Thorn and Gravitational Lance, or in between Multi-Tool?
I wouldn't use it that much because it's a sniper. So I think it
above
needs
Zenith
to go,
Age, then.
Yeah, above Zenith Age, I think is the ideal place because
I'm
it's good.
happy with that.
But you need to have a reason to use a sniper rifle for it to be effective. It's great, and it will take out a lot of ads in one go. But once again, it's a sniper rifle, so it's limited shots. And if you're looking to use lightning to take out multiple enemies, you're going to use Trinity Ghoul. So it needs to have a reason why you're going to be doing it at a distance that you can't use Trinity Ghoul. That's my problem with it. Trinity Ghoul does that better, but not quite the distance. Trinity Ghoul does have amazing distance as well, let's be honest. But if you've got a reason to use a sniper rifle, then that's the perfect one because it can do both. But yeah, that's right, it needs to be.
Next up is Salvation's Grip. Exotic perk, Cryo Cannon. You shoot to release a single stasis crystal, but if you hold charge and release the fire, this weapon's charge projectiles create a pattern of stasis crystals on impact and freezes nearby targets. Strong against disruption, overload champions. Shatter Shot, this weapon's uncharged projectiles deal bonus damage to stasis crystals and frozen targets. Rapidly destroying multiple stasis crystals reloads this weapon from reserves. It's changed and it's gotten a lot better over the years.
Yeah.
Because immediately you would put F.
Yeah, because it was a bit of fun for glitching out of the map and climbing. Is pretty much all we ever.
And it was only a weapon for a quest line to shoot darkness shots. But around Europa, but now it's actually got a lot better. And I wouldn't say F anymore. I'd say C.
Yeah, C, because it's one of those ones. It's quite useful. It does have a lot of use cases. And once again, it's really good for ad clearing and things like that. And if you're doing a stasis build, then
it's so good.
It's brilliant. Or if you're on a strike and you want to stop people from going through Vex Mill, it's really good for that as well.
Right, just a quick situation here. This joke has not left our side since Beyond Light. We were doing the drill on IO, and Nathan went through the booster pads first.
Yeah, the Vex Milk.
The Vex Milk pads. And I came in just shortly after him, but I noticed he stayed behind as soon as he landed, because I saw him just turn around slowly. Just as I was about to come through it, I see a big blue stasis crystal wall there, and I go smack. That joke was brilliant.
It was so good. I so wish we had that recorded at the time, but we weren't recording. We had issues trying to record stuff, didn't we then? But that was That was just so hilarious because it was so unexpected, and they just slammed straight into the crystal.
See, personally, I'd put it towards the top now. I was going to say bottom, but I've been thinking about it.
Yeah.
Definitely, I think above Tractor Cannon, it could.
Yeah, above Tractor Cannon. It's got more use cases. Tractor Cannon is one of those you have to have for certain things, and that's it. Yeah. Whereas that, if you've got a stasis build, you can bring it out and you can have a bit of fun with it, and you can use it in PvP just to annoy people as well. You know, it's one of those annoying, have a bit of fun, but it does have utility as well.
Right, a weapon that you haven't got that I have, Eyes of Tomorrow.
Meh, rocket launcher.
Eyes on exotic perks. Eyes on all. This weapon is capable of tracking and firing at multiple targets simultaneously. An adaptive ordnance. Defeating 4 or more combatants in a single volley increases the damage of the next round of volley and refunds the ammunition. I've used this a lot. I love this rocket launcher whenever I'm doing a crowd clearing or crowd control build.
Yeah,
but there are better exotics out there, and there is a best exotic rocket launcher out there, which we'll get to at some point.
Oh yes, the classic, yes, of course.
But just from what I know from it, you don't know much. It's the bottom of A. This is our new bottom of A.
Because a lot of people are trying to get it because it does have uses and it is quite good for what it does. Rocket launcher. So yeah, that's fine.
Next up is the Lament Chainsaw Sword. Exotic perks: Banshee's Wail, block, hold to rev the blade, but it also increases the damage and adds shield piercing to all attacks after revving up the blade. You gain stacks when dealing damage with revved attacks, so each swing deals more damage, and additional stacks increase the damage and damage resistance of heavy attacks. So heavy attacks also get more damage, and revved consumption. Damaging a combatant heals the wielder. When we first got it, I remember we used it a bit, but not for much. But when I started doing a lot more endgame, more than you, I loved the sword. Where would you put it?
It's good, but I found using it was okay, but I preferred using the classic sword with a whirlwind blade at the time, and that was just ridiculous damage. And it was so much easier than that. That one, the whole charging up and doing that, I just find it annoying to use. I know it's really good, but it's one of those things you need a use case for it.
Yeah.
Like endgame, if you're doing something and there's a boss that is susceptible to a sword, then yeah, it's good. But if you any other kind of boss or content, you're not going to use it, are you?
No, not at all.
So it's good, but I think B.
I was hoping you were saying B, and I'm half tempted to say here. It's in this area here.
Yeah,
between these
again,
three.
It can be good. It takes a lot of setup to use well, and you have to have a reason to use it.
Would you say above these two?
Yeah, I think it's kind of on par with those, isn't it? It's kind of anywhere along those ones. It's similar to Aeroplank because you get the shield and all that kind of thing. So it's a similar kind of thing. You have to have a reason to use it, and there's a lot of setup to get it to be used well. You can't just kind of swing it around. You have to think about it a bit.
Well, this is perfect because weapons in B, A, and S, I think between us two and John as well, us three would use everything in S, A, and B.
S, A, and B, 100%, yeah, definitely.
C is literally, if we get the catalyst, we might as well.
Yeah,
D and F, we don't touch.
Yeah, exactly. F.
Right.
I'm not even looking at it, F.
We're heading into Season of the Hunt, in my opinion, one of the worst seasons, but exotic perk for Hawkmoon. Paracausal shot. Final blows and precision hits with Hawkmoon grant stacks of paracausal charge. The final round in the magazine deals bonus damage based on the number of stacks. Stowing Hawkmoon on the final round removes this bonus, and obviously opening shot stats we all know at this point. I was with you. F. I hated the gun. It didn't feel right, but
the catalyst was also one of the most annoying catalysts to get. It took forever. The rolls you can buy are pointless. Although you can buy different rolls of it, it doesn't make a hell of a lot of difference which roll you have. They're all a bit crap. I haven't used it since we got it because I try every now and then I try it and then I don't like it. There are 100 better hand cannons that aren't exotic.
You see, when I started using it before the Final Shape started. On Final Shape, I didn't use it at all because we were stuck using Ace of Spades in Memoration of Cade, but Middle C, that's where I would personally put it. Middle C.
The most. The trouble
that's the highest I'd go.
The Catalyst didn't do a lot.
No, it didn't do much at all.
Doesn't do much.
See,
you get one shot, but if you stow it, you get rid of it. There's other things that do that, and there's a lot better hand cannons now as well that are exotic.
Hawkmoon's exotic catalyst is Hunter's Trace, increases magazine size +1.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I put it in F, just because that is disgusting. That it took you days to get that catalyst.
I would at least expect at least 3 extra bullets.
That's why I put it down a little bit, because I think it's disgusting they did that, and the fact that you can get.
Tommy, it's in front of Tommy's matchbook.
Yeah, that's fine, because at least it doesn't hurt you, apart from hurting you that you have to use his gun.
To use it, yeah.
Other than that, gun, yeah. But that's the trouble, because I can't remember what you do for the catalyst, but the catalyst quest and stuff was ridiculous, wasn't it? It took ages to get the catalyst. It was just stupid. You had to get so many power calls. I can't remember what it was. But to equip it, it took a lot of work. And you get 1 extra shot, and that was it. It's like, this is a pile of crap.
Before we continue on, I want to show you something.
Okay.
It is Destiny related. Duality doesn't exist.
What?
You can see it right here. Duality doesn't exist. Look, I'll go back to the page that I was on. Duality, Season of the Hunt, doesn't exist.
Classified item? Don't you have the ability to... What? Okay. Well, I didn't have it anyway, so I don't care because it's a shotgun. But, nah, that is bizarre.
Well, I'll speak because I do know it.
Well, I did try and get it, but nobody would ever do the quest with me, would they? Nobody wanted to do Duality. I still haven't finished it.
This isn't the weapon from Duality. This is Season of the Hunt. This is what Osiris gave you before taking on the Wrathborn. Yeah, Duality is Hard Shadow, the sword.
Oh yeah, God, this is shotgun.
The shotgun, I remember it wasn't that good, and personally, I'd say
I honestly can't even remember it. I remember the name, and I just think of the quest rather than that.
I wouldn't put it D, but bottom C is the closest.
What does it actually do? Because we didn't cover that. We just talked about it doesn't exist anymore.
Destiny 2.
We actually tell you now it doesn't exist. Question.
No, every link is literally to the Duality dungeon.
Oh, so it doesn't exist now. Oh, well.
All right, we'll leave it at. We'll do this. Oop, wrong one.
Dead.
Yeah, dead.
Dead to us. So we put Hawkmoon in there as well, because that's dead to us.
What? Why? Oh my God.
You changed the name of it. That'll do. Dead. No, that makes sense, because the game is dead to us. So yeah, just put it in there. Dead.
I do. I'll just put it there.
Yeah. That's
question marks. All right. So. Right, now we're getting on to the tasty stuff. So, first up is our trusty DMT Deadman's Tale. Exotic perks, cranial spike, chaining, precision hits grants bonus target acquisition, range, round, reload speed, and damage against combatants. This was base gun. This was still brilliant. But when he made it craftable.
That's what I was going to say. It depends on how you use it and what role. There's a specific role I like. It may not be everyone's cup of tea, but I like it when you get precision shots. It returns
the bullet to magazine. Yeah.
Without that, it's too annoying to use because it takes so long to reload. That's the biggest thing that.
But the thing is, with cranial spike, the more precision hits you get, the quicker you reload.
I know, but if you get shots returning, you don't have to reload as often. That's the big thing about it. That's where it really works.
Either or we both agree, and it's an S tier weapon.
It is. That's the only thing that I didn't like. If we didn't have things to improve the reload speed, it wouldn't be that high. But it's good for a lot of different things. And I love scouts anyway. Scout weapons are my favorite guns.
Where would you put it in S? In my opinion, it could be better than not
as good as Trinity. Trinity has more use cases. Be honest, I'd put it one down because I use Vigilance Wing all the time because it is my go-to PvP weapon.
You know, I'm not upset with that at all.
Yeah. Higher than the other ones, definitely. It's much better than Telesto. Telesto is a bit of a kind of like jokey one, but it's got a lot more utility. It's really good. You can get those headshots. It's fantastic. And it feels good. It looks cool. It's, some of the skins you can get for it are really nice as well. So yeah, it's brilliant.
Next up is Tiku's Divination. Sacred Flame. Hit firing from this weapon fires multiple tracking projectiles. Targets marked by these projectiles explode upon death, or when struck by another Sacred Flame's explosion, and casualty arrows. Arrows fired while aiming down sights cause Sacred Flames to instantly detonate. Precision hits with perfectly drawn arrows increase the power of this detonation. Well, we didn't use it that much.
No, because once again, there's better bows. It's okay.
I like the idea that it explodes on impact, but then again, we've got something that does something similar.
I've used it quite a bit because I do quite like being able to tag targets, and you'll see where the targets are, and it'll track them. It is really good for that. But once again, if that's where it's good for multiple enemies, and you have lots of explosions. You've got a solar build, it'd be really good. I used to like using things like that when we had what are they called? What were the balls of light we used to get?
Warmind cells?
Yeah, Warmind. For like a Warmind build, that thing was amazing. Loved it with a Warmind build. But they stripped that away, so there was less explosions. Yeah, you've now got Scorch and all that kind of stuff, so it's added in, but you really need a good solar build to make the most of it. You see, it reduces its utility just because you need to have solar to make it.
I remember when we first got it after finishing the story for season of. Oh no, this is my most leveled season. Oh no. Oh no, this shows how long we haven't played for. Oh, this is really
annoying. You can't tell by the symbol.
I know, it's the symbol that's throwing me off. Season of the Chosen.
I thought it was, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah. So already, I think it's better than Wishender.
It is better than Wishender.
Definitely.
Better than Two Tough Box as well, yeah. I think by there.
Yeah,
by there, because it's once again, you need specific scenario to use it. But when you do use it well, it is quite good.
Right. Cryosthesia 77K. This is one of my favorite sidearms. This is. So a little bit of biohistory here, but exotic perks, LN2 burst, alternate weapon action, swap firing modes after a final blow to enable a charge shot. Liquid cooling. Direct hits by a charge shot instantly freeze the target. Indirecting it hits freeze combatants and slows opposing guardians. I use this a lot in Crucible.
It is good. Once again, I combine that with the sidearm armor that you can get, the exotic one for hunters, and it is brilliant. It's really, really good fun. It's a good sidearm.
I don't think it's A. I think it's top B. There's something missing, and I want. Well, it's not like I'll ever come back.
It's better than the other top B that we've got, which is also sidearm.
Yeah, so we'll put it top B, but
top B, yeah.
To look at that, two sidearms taking the top of B is quite good.
They are really, really good, let's be honest. They're both really good for similar reasons. When you think of it, they're very similar weapons.
They are very similar. One's got freezing effects and one's literally got burn and deals stuff to champions, while the other one doesn't.
Yeah. But the
really other one deals stuff to guardians. So it's an even mix.
Yeah, definitely.
But now, another weapon that you haven't got from raids.
No, I've not done enough.
Definitely telling you now. Exotic Mythoclast. So Timeless Mythoclast, this weapon fires full auto when it's in default firing mode for a goddamn fusion rifle. That's good. And Temporal Unlimiter. Defeating targets build stacks of overcharge. Alternate weapon action, swap firing modes when fully overcharged. In alternative firing mode, it turns from a fusion rifle to a single shot linear fusion rifle. Hold the trigger to charge up and fire more powerful linear fusion shots. You haven't used it, but I'm telling you now, it won't go any lower than S.
Mm-hmm. It's one of those it's one of the biggest weapons in the game, isn't it?
And I'm tempted to say it's a flirt between these three.
I'd put it below those because it's one of those. The other ones you can get easily.
Easily, yes.
But so that one is you can get RNG if you do endgame content. So
and if you do endgame content, you do get to Vex Mythoclast, then you're sorted out for a lot of endgame, because Vex Mythoclast is a good endgame weapon to have.
But that's the thing: is it as useful as the other guns, regardless how good it is at certain content? Is it as well-rounded as things like Malfeasance, which you can take anywhere?
Malfeasance, it is less well-rounded. Wow, don't know what happened to me there, but it isn't as well-rounded as Malfeasance, but it's got more of a punch, it's got more of a longevity to it. And this isn't biased. I would choose it over Malfeasance. I'll choose it over any of these guns any day. Yeah. But it is a toss-up between these three at the end of that.
That's fine. If that's how you see it, then obviously
that's how I see it. Yeah,
I wouldn't know. So.
Oh, and a disclaimer: forgot to say this is our personal opinion, our own way.
Yeah, well, don't care what other people say.
No,
there's other people like shotguns, and they're just wrong. So yes.
Well, I like shotguns, but
shotguns and Destiny is just wrong. It's wrong.
Next,
especially in Crucible,
is Foe Runner from the 30th anniversary, a Halo weapon in general. Yeah. So, exotic perk, full stop. Oversized sidearms with extended range, heavy caliber rounds, fires full auto with increased rate of fire, deals increased precision damage to unshielded targets. And obviously, we all know, pace yourself. Tapping to trigger gives this weapon less recoil and improves the accuracy. But the biggest question is it better at hit or is it better downside?
What about the Catalyst? Because it's also got something else, hasn't it?
The Catalyst adds the Rock. For several seconds after a final blow, alternate weapon action to consume part of your ammo reserves, converting your next thrown grenade into a fragmentation grenade. And it just makes it better.
Makes it better. So, a few things about this, I'll say. It's good, but
you
have no ammo for it. So that cuts it down a lot. And its Catalyst is called the Rock, so that's going to take loads of points off it as well, just being called the Rock. Let's be honest. That's going to take it away from it. But the thing is, it's okay, but you can't use the grenade because you don't have that much ammo to start with.
See, I would have said when it first came out for the 30th anniversary pack and later into Season of the Undying, I would put it at top A. But now it's somewhere middle to bottom B, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. It's really good, but it's the whole ammo thing. Having a sidearm that you get no ammo and the special ability you consume most of your ammo, it just makes it so unlikely you're going to use it. You're not going to use the grenade because you can't afford the ammo.
I would put it behind Tico's Definition, in my opinion.
That's fine.
I'll put it right there.
It is really good and it's fun and it's and it looks great. It's nostalgia and all that. But yeah, you wouldn't necessarily use it that much just because you just can't get to use
it. However, moving on, we spoke about Either Tomorrow, with the better rocket launcher that does similar things, the Gjallarhorn.
Gjallarhorn, oh my god.
Already putting it up S ready.
Yeah.
But the Gjallarhorn, Wolfpack rounds fired split into tracked micro missiles upon detonation. Pack Hunter, gain increased handling and reload speed when standing near allies. Firing this weapon also grants Wolfpack rounds to nearby allies wielding non-exotic rocket launchers. And its catalyst just makes it so much better with stats. So, already S.
It's got to be an S, isn't it? It's got to be. To be honest, how high do we go with it?
I think it's on your second place, in my opinion.
I'd still use Ace of Spades more often.
I don't. I don't.
I would. I don't use it that often because I usually find a different. The thing is, you'll mainly use it if you're in a team with other people, and then everyone else makes sure they don't have an exotic rocket launcher. So you've got to plan a little bit ahead. You're not going to do it much for solo content.
No.
This is where it drops down for me because it's good for content when you're with a group of people. So I think it knocks it down past Malfeasance, possibly even past Trinity Ghoul, because it has to have that use case. If you're just doing like solo ops or something, and you're just going places, you're not going to use it because its utility is being able to buff the people around you, and it's buffed from people around you.
My counter argument is it's still the best one of, if no, it is the best rocket launcher in the game.
Oh, it is. That's why it's an S tier, and there's no other rocket launcher there.
I'm happy where it is now.
Yeah.
I'm happy behind Malfeasance and in front of Trinity Ghoul. I'm happy where it is.
Yeah. I said the big thing is most content, you'll probably have a reason to choose a different exotic over it. It's you use that if you don't necessarily need a more specific exotic content. So if you're going against, like, say you're doing one of the strikes that has a lot of taken, you're going to get Malfeasance. You're not going to use Gjallarhorn. And there'll be a lot of content like that where you're going to use one of the others instead of it. So it's one of those, if you need a rocket launcher and there isn't an exotic that you need for the content, then you're going to get that out.
Yeah.
But most rocket launchers are still pretty good.
Right, next up is Aegir's Scepter. So exotic perk being Aegir's Cell. Final blows with this weapon generate a slow burst around the defeated target. And Rieger's Refrain. Stasis final blows transfer ammo to this weapon's magazine from reserves, and its exotic perk will given form. Alternate weapon action. Drains super energy, overflowing the magazine and empowering the beam with bonus damage and the ability to slow and freeze targets until the magazine or super energy runs out, or the weapon is stowed. Can only be activated when super energy is full. Now, before the exotic perk came in, definitely it would have been C. When it came out, it wasn't 100%. That great.
Yeah.
But the exotic perk for draining your super energy to add bonus damage to it.
Oh yeah, I
use it a lot now. I've actually checked my Guardian, my Hunter before coming on as usual, just to double check what weapons are on. Aegir's Scepter has actually been in my inventory since Witch Queen.
I must admit, I don't use it much, but I don't use that kind of weapon, generally speaking. It's not my kind of playstyle.
See, I would personally put it top of B. That's what I would
B is fine. Yeah, for a beam weapon, it's the best beam weapon in the game, really.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It most certainly is, because you freeze, you slow, and it does bonus damage.
But one thing I'll say, I think you need to move it up to Ayla, because we've got a beam weapon there, then it's better than.
Yes, so a bottom of A, I'm happy with that.
Move it up a little bit, just because. Move it to behind 1,000 Voices, because look what's next to 1,000 Voices. Although, Divinity. Do you think that's better?
No, Aegir's Scepter is better than Divinity.
Because use case, you can use it on anything.
Anything.
Divinity, you have to have a reason to use it.
Divinity, yeah, it was all boss related, but now it's turned into mini boss or yellow bars, orange bars instead of yellow now. Next up is the Laurent Driver. I still quite like this weapon. I just don't use it. Either or. Lagrangian Sight. This weapon marks targets with an automated targeting system. Final blows on marked targets generate a telemetry pattern. Collecting a telemetry pattern grants ammo to this weapon. Collecting 3 telemetry patterns without dying grants this weapon bonus damage for a long duration and refills the magazine. And that long duration is 60 seconds, which is good. EM Anomaly. A precision final blow with this weapon creates an implosion that pulls in nearby targets and damages them with an additional detonation. Its catalyst is Jump Driver. Lorentz Driver gains an enhanced radar. Additionally, while this weapon has 3 telemetry patterns, EM Anomaly detonations no longer require precision final blow, just a simple body shot. So it makes a big difference. See, again, just like Aegis Scepter, it would have been a CB weapon, but it's just gotten better.
Yeah.
Where would you have originally put it? Because I was bottom B.
A bottom B to C, because it was kind of like it's a bit of a kind of gimmicky perk. You kind of can use it, but my trouble with it is you no longer just play the game and kill things. You're looking to kill certain things, and that to me is a downside. You know what I mean? You damage stuff, and then you're going chasing those instead of doing what it is you're supposed to be doing. I find it a big distraction. Even with the added bonuses now, I find it's more of a distraction than it's like anything else. You get like a new toy and it's like you go out your way to use this. You've got a new super. You're doing everything you can to get that super active and use it on like a big load of people instead of just playing the game. You get very distracted by it for the wrong reasons, I think. That's why I don't use it, because I just find it gets annoying. Then you target a couple of targets and you're chasing them around to try and get them. It's just like, I'm not then enjoying the game. I'm just trying to do that. It's the same with anything like that. You've got a new gun that's got a perk. You're trying to go out your way to get that perk, but you're doing that all the time with it. That's what I don't like. That's why I don't use it.
So where would you put it then? Because
I still have a bottom B.
I'm happy to put it just above Anarchy.
Yeah, that's fine, Seth, because you enjoy using it. I just don't personally, because I just find it's a distraction for me.
All right, well, we'll keep it at above Anarchy then. Next up, we will do the exotic glaze for the class items last.
But I haven't got them, so it don't matter to me.
So next up is Osteostriga. Exotic kinetic submachine gun. Exotic perks are Screaming Swarm. Fires a stream of sentient toxic projectiles that track the targeted enemy, and Toxic Overload even. Landing a final blow on multiple precision hits trigger a burst that poison nearby targets. We use this a lot, but not anymore.
No, because there are better. There's a better exotic submachine gun come. This has the same problem as the bow. It doesn't match anything. You've got poison, but what for? You poison stuff, but it doesn't combine with other things. That's the issue I have with it.
I would keep it in A, but it's just where in A, because in my opinion, it's better than Lemonarch.
It's definitely better than Lemonarch.
So we're looking at above Lemonarch. Top, so just
above Lemonarch, yeah. Because it is good for what it does, but you're probably not going to use it anymore. It was a nice little kind of like, hey, this is cool, I'm poisoning stuff. But when they started to get more along the lines of your subclass matches with different abilities and weapons, and you kind of match it all together to get bigger bonuses. So you have all the, solar explosions and all the different keywords they started to introduce for the different subclasses. It doesn't match any of that. You can't make a build around it. We need a poison subclass to make those worthwhile. Without it, they're kind of like, they're just kind of meh.
Next up is the Collective Obligation Pulse Rifle, Void Leech. This is another raid one from Valve Disciple. So, Void Leech. This weapon leeches void debuffs when damaging targets that are suppressed. weakened, or volatile. Once charged, alternate weapon action to swap firing modes. In this mode, damage from this weapon applies the same void debuffs that were leached. Umbral Sustenance. This weapons magazine is automatically reloaded when you gain Devour, a void overshield, or become invisible. I don't have this gun. I haven't used it.
It's the one gun that I wanted.
So
I really, really wanted that gun because of the amount I use void and have invisibility and debuffs. It would have been perfect for my hunter build. Absolutely perfect. But I don't do enough raids or anything to get it. So
hang on. If we've got the question mark for weapons that we can't really talk about, or well, you know what, we'll just see, they're all weapons that we haven't used because we haven't played Destiny since then.
Yeah.
But this one should be for weapons that we have got, but I can't read what it does, or if it's invisible,
we just
apparently,
not used,
or we just haven't got. So, like, Anarchy should be there because we both haven't.
Yeah, because we haven't got it. Yeah, 100%. Totally agree. Because I think the collective obligation would be perfect for my build, but it's one of those. It's what's frustrating about Endgame is that I don't get the time usually to play hours and hours and hours to get it. And every time, as you know, whenever I've tried to do a raid or anything, I don't have a lot of luck with people playing it. There's either squabbles or people haven't got time and leave, and I'm stuck doing half a raid, and it just puts me off doing them. So I just don't have the raid weapons.
So I've just moved down Legend of Acreus and Four Horsemen. We haven't got those two either. So I've just moved them down from F to question mark. But Truth, you're staying there. You ain't moving.
No, Truth can just be like dumped somewhere. Yeah.
But yeah, stuff like Eyes of Tomorrow, Divinity.
You've got them, so
I've got them. So we've got some sort of input here.
Yeah, exactly.
But these guys here, we haven't got input. Yeah. We have got input on duality, but from the life of me, I can't remember what it does either.
No. Is that the one that's the two fiery modes and it's got hot and cold?
Hot and cold. No.
That's what I keep getting confused with.
That's this one here.
Oh, yes. I don't even know what duality does. I've never really used it, so...
we only used this in Season of the Hunt when we got it. That's about it.
And it's just like, shotgun, go in the vault and stay there.
Right, so Parasite. We both have this, and obviously, I like it more than you do. Worms Hunger. This weapon fires hive worms which explode on impact. The size and damage of the explosion scales with the number of enemies you've defeated just before firing this weapon. Worm Bioproduct. Taking damage from your own worm projectile detonation empowers your weapon for a short time. And the exotic catalyst just makes the explosion bigger and it deals a lot more damage prior to the amount of enemies you've killed. I use this a lot towards the end of my reign in Destiny 2. Yeah, I really like this now.
I think it looks cooler than it is. It's the whole shooting down on the floor so you damage yourself so you get the buff. It's just like, that's annoying. I just find it a little bit like...
You don't have to, though.
No, but people that's kind of what a lot of people end up doing as part of, the cycle of what they'll do for, it's the whole, I can't be asked for playing like that with people who have like this order they'll do things to get the most out of everything and get all the bonuses. And I'm just like, I can't be asked for that. It's okay, but it's just a launcher. I don't find them fun to use very often, launchers. It's an interesting one, but I don't tend to use launchers unless it's with a horde. Really, I will not use grenade launchers because I just don't enjoy using them.
Where would you put it then?
B for me.
Where in B? Because I was thinking B as well. Because then we can meet in the middle.
Above Ruinous Effigy. Because I can see more reason to use it than that.
I was going to say just behind Jotun, so in between Lament and Sunshots?
Yeah, that's fine. As long as it's not above Sunshot, because I'd use that 100 times over it.
Right, obviously. So I need to make sure I get the right one here.
I don't have any of these because I've never bothered because glaives weren't good at the time and there was no reason to have them, so I didn't bother with them.
These were the Witch Queen exotics, remember?
I know, and I didn't get them.
Edge of Concurrence, exotic Arc Glaive. Exotic perk is Edge of Concurrence, melee and projectile So we'll just move the Titan and the Warlock one over here.
Yes, we haven't got them yet.
We haven't got them. But melee and projectile damage charges this weapon when fully charged alternate weapon action mode to enable a special ranged attack. Sustained projectile damage causes targets to become jolted. And Lightning Seeker, alternate weapon action. When weapon is fully charged, consume charge before firing to make your next shot track targets across the ground, jolting them and unleashing chain lightning on impact.
It's a glaive. Glaives aren't as good as they should be. You don't have that much shot at most because it's just like, meh. I've never bothered going for it because it's just like it looked interesting when they released Witch Queen. When we were looking at the trailers for Witch Queen, like that'd be cool. But glaives aren't that good. They never did anything with glaives like they could have.
And there are better glaives now.
Yeah,
the better exotic glaives. You know, I'm tempted to say top of D.
Top of D is fine. It's one of those, nah, it's okay. But if you want lightning, we've already had several better ones for lightning.
We've got Trinity Go, Cloud Strike. Hell, even No Time to Explain a little bit works. Just a better, Cold Heart.
Yeah, there's so many better options. A lot better. It's just totally meh.
Yeah, it's not as good as it used to be.
It looked cool, but it never came to anything because they just killed glaives, didn't they? So pointless.
Well, next up is Dead Messenger, the alternate firing triple changing grenade launcher. So here we go. Exotic perks: Trinity Vision. One short handheld grenade launcher. Projectiles release a fan of 3 energy waves on contact with the ground. And Fundamentalist, it changes depending on what your subclass is, to be the main big one to go through the middle. Then you've got stasis through it's arc through the middle, void and solar left and right, but they're not as powerful as the one in the middle. So when it came out with Vox Obscura, I was all right with it. Didn't use it much after I used it a bit. Personally, I'd say bottom B.
I wouldn't put it that high. One of the reasons Vox Obscura wasn't a great quest, and then the Catalyst quest was just horrendous.
Yeah.
So
well, you had to do Vox Obscura in 30 minutes to get the weapon. And you had to do it in 15 minutes to get the Catalyst.
Yeah, it was. No, I'd knock it down just purely for that. And the weapon isn't good enough for the amount of shit you have to get through to get it and get it working. And you really want the Catalyst to make it better, but it was just like, I just hated the quest was not interesting. It was frustrating. It was crap. Nothing about the quest was fun. Let's be honest.
Under Hawkmoon, because we had fun with Hawkmoon's quest, though. We had fun with
I loved the quest. I hated the gun. The quest was brilliant. It's one of my favorites. And that would also knock down Hawkmoon because they never re-released the quest.
True.
To get a craftable. They did with other ones, but not that one. And that always frustrates me. You could buy it from Zero and it was always shit.
Right, next up is Grand Overture, a arc machine gun. Exotic perk, Wrath of the Colossus. Heavy slug launcher that charges, then fires full auto while aiming, while the trigger is held. An Omega Strike. Land hits with the slug launcher to load micro missiles, alternate weapon action, and then fire to launch several micro missiles into a volley. And the exotic catalyst is Grand Overture. Omega Strikes hits blind combatants. Defeating combatants with Omega Strike causes them to explode. Handling is increased by 20 and stability is also increased by 20. So its stats gets a lot better and the rockets become blinding as well. I use this like no tomorrow.
You've used it a lot. I just didn't enjoy it. I think it's the fire rate. I think I just never get on with. It didn't feel right.
I would put it bottom A. Where would you?
That's fine. That's fine said. I know it can be quite good. I personally didn't like it much. It kind of felt like Xenophage, kind of, where it's kind of like a machine gun, but it fired really slow. Was kind of how it felt.
Where would you put it? Because again, we'll always meet in the middle, mate.
Either bottom A or middle B. Either or, I really have no care either way because it's not a weapon I'm actually going to use.
Then
so it don't bother me.
Top B.
It's either or, whichever you prefer, because I know you like it. So
I use it a fair bit, so I'm
use it. So that's
happy
fine.
there. Oh, okay. Well, next up is Trespasser.
Mm-hmm.
So Trespasser is a arc sidearm, exotic perks, unrepentant. Reloading after defeating a target causes the next burst to be longer, more powerful, and a more powerful super burst, sorry. And B, the danger. Final blows with unrepentant super bursts automatically reload your weapon and provide an unprecedented super burst. And its exotic catalyst is tunnel vision. Reloading after defeating a target greatly increases target acquisition and aim down sight speed for a short duration.
I love this gun.
And another like Devil's Ruin. Brilliant. It's a lot like Devil's Ruin. But
well, not quite, because it's a burst shot. Devil's Ruin has a single shot, whereas this has a burst shot, which I just love it. In Crucible and stuff, I've had so much fun with it. I really like sidearms in like Crucible and things like that. And getting a kill and then having like a burst shot which will just wipe somebody out is great fun.
See, it's I would really, already really put it bottom, like middle. I would put it at the bottom line of A here.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine because I think it's absolutely brilliant. I think it's a great gun.
We'll put it above Divinity.
Yeah, that's fine with me. I said I think it's a brilliant gun, but it's one of those. It's not overly powerful, but it's great for doing little bits and just kind of running around a map. It's really good because it's quick. It's got quite a good catalyst. Once you kill something, reload and you can just wipe something else out. It's great in Crucible.
Right, so Hard Shadow, I have yet to get this, and I don't think I ever will, and I've been so unlucky about it because it's a very, very good sword. It just does what Gravitational Lance and
Ruinous
Effigy does, but better.
And in a sword, yeah.
And in a sword, which makes it good.
But it's one of those ones, it's difficult to get some of these weapons from RNG where you have to do specific things. And especially since you can never get anybody who wants to play them.
True.
I've never finished the quest. Never done it.
Up is Touch of Malice. I had this in Destiny 1, but I don't have it in Destiny 2.
So that's a question mark then.
That's a question mark. Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 are different, surprisingly. A lot of people don't think it is, but they are.
Big difference, yeah.
Quicksilver Storm. All right. Missile tracers or landing multiple hits turns your next shot into a homing micro missile. And Grenade Chaser. Landing multiple missile tracer loads a grenade, alternate weapon action to switch into a grenade launcher mode. Its exotic catalyst is Nano Entanglement. This makes the gun better. This weapon's damage type becomes Strand. Final blows with grenades from this weapon creates tangles.
I think this has got to be an S tier.
S tier.
When it came out, we just used it all the time. And then when they got the catalyst with that added extra, just like, holy crap, God. This is good.
And this gun has yet to be nerfed. I don't think it ever been nerfed, but I would be happy with bottom S.
I'd move it above Telesto, to be honest, because you can use it for any content.
Yeah.
And if you've got hordes of enemies, it's great. The fact that you're just shooting, you're getting all those micro missiles coming out after your normal shots. And then when you kill enough, you get a strand grenade that tangles everything up. You're dealing with like hordes of enemies quite quickly. And it's really good, but it's also good against bosses and mini bosses because you've got all those shots and you just pump it into it. The amount of damage I've done against bosses and things like that, especially dungeons and so on, is unreal because you just keep shooting. Getting those precision shots and getting those missiles coming out as well, it does a hell of a lot of damage.
A lot of damage.
Really quickly.
Can I throw something your way?
Yeah.
I just do that.
Yeah.
I just feel like Telesto, it's not in its glory days anymore.
No.
I would most rather choose Sleeper Simulant over Telesto any day of the week.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Telesto is one of those you can just kind of bring it out and you can do anything with it.
Have fun with it, yeah.
Exactly.
Next up is Delicate Tomb. So, Traitor's Vessel. Fires a wide horizontal spread when shot from the hip. Final blows with this weapon have a chance to generate ionic tracers. Powerful foes and opposing guardians always generate ionic tracers. And Tempest Cascade. Collecting an ionic trace overcharges this weapon's next shot, jolting targets on hit. And its catalyst, Ionic Internment. Collecting an iconic trace partially reloads the magazine from reserves. Not that great of a catalyst, to be honest. And I remember when we used it during the pirate season, season of the Plunder, we used it for a couple missions. We didn't. I haven't touched it.
Used it because I had to, and it wouldn't go near it. I think it's D. I don't see any point in it at all.
I'd put it under Cold Heart.
Yep, that's fine. I can't even remember really using it, to be honest. So,
shall we finish these three?
I'd say because it's an hour into it now, so I think that would probably
if we finish off the year, and then we do good. Final shape, and then the rest afterwards.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. So next up is come on, load. The very, very, very hyped up, no longer that good, Revision 0. The first multi-craftable weapon. So, exotic perks, Hunter's Trace. This weapon fires special shield-piercing ammunition. Precision hits grant targeting data. Alternate weapon action. To swap to the alternate scope, loading high damage rounds based on the amount of targeted data. Moving target, increased movement speed and target acquisition when moving while aiming down sights. Now this gun has a total of 4 catalysts. I won't read them all out, but it's all stats related. Yeah. Each one changes stats to be a specific build.
Yeah.
And at this point, the builds were for Stasis, Solar, Arc, and Void. Those are what the catalysts are corresponding to. Regardless, where would you put Revision 0?
I love this weapon. I think it's a really, really good gun. It's kind of the sort of thing I like, because I like the whole scout rifle with an alternate mode that gives you more damage. And to be honest, I love the quest for it as well. I was happy redoing that quest over and over and over. So
it's more like a scout rifle than a pulse rifle, but it's still good for what a pulse rifle is.
Yeah, exactly. It's really good. You get the best of both. You get a pulse rifle, but it's kind of got a scout rifle
feel. Yeah,
that's what I really like. Because that alternate mode where you get the high damage is great. So it means you can get all the little guys and then pump something into a boss as well. So it's really good for that. And I said, and the mission that you had to redo over and over was one of the best missions we had.
See,
brilliant.
I'd put it at top of B. I wouldn't put it bottom of A because it isn't that good anymore.
No, that's the trouble. It was good
for the stretch it came out in, and as soon as Lightfall came over, it literally did not get used.
Yeah, it's the only trouble. But it was still a good gun. It's one of those ones I forgot about because I haven't used it for so long. And you bought it, it's like, oh my god, I love that gun, and it just makes me. The thing is, the gun is so tied to the quest, and I thought the mission for it was just so good. It's one of my favorite exotic missions.
Next up is the exotic machine gun, submachine gun, the Manticore. Soaring Fan, dealing damage while grounded, charges anti-grav repulsors. Dealing damage while airborne extends anti-grav repulsor. Alternate weapon action to disengage anti-grav repulsors. Swoop Talons, dealing damage while airborne increases the weapon's damage output. And the catalyst, Flying Monster, while you are airborne, sustain damage and final blows with this weapon to difficult combatants, grant a void overshield, reducing combatants' accuracy and returning ammo to the magazine.
I love this gun.
Yeah, it's better for Warlock, though. Let's be honest.
Oh no, I find it great with Void because on my Void build, I get invisibility. I get all of that.
Like Warlock, it's better for a Warlock, but
But I had so
building
much
a
fun
class
with
around it. Yeah.
Yeah, you build in all your void and your invisibility and all your debuffs and everything, and it just goes hand in hand. So you turn invisible, get the debuff ready on the weapon, shoot stuff, and then you can fly around shooting stuff and decreasing the damage you get, and they can't hit you as accurately. It's just good fun. Really, really, really good. I love that gun.
I see. I was going to put it at top of B above Revision 0.
I think A, to be honest, because I
Where would
use
you
it a
put it
lot.
A?
It's got to be above Striga. It has to be because it's a better submachine gun. It has to be above that. It's 100% better machine gun.
I'd put it above Xenophage.
Yeah. No, that is perfectly
I'm happy
fine.
with that.
It's a really good gun. Said you get on the right build with it, and it's also a lot of fun being able to fly around and just keep shooting things to keep flying is good fun as well.
Right, this next gun I actually got towards the end of me playing Destiny 2, and I'm so happy I finally got it. Hierarchy of Needs. It was in the dungeon, the Spire of the Watcher.
Is that the one that has the
chicken at the end?
No, I mean the gun. Is that the one that has the circles?
Yeah, and it tracks.
Yeah, so, it's okay. I didn't find it that good.
Hierarchy of Needs, combat bow, guidance ring, precision hits and final blows, build guidance ring energy. Opposing guardians grant additional energy. At full charge, hip firing creates a guidance ring. Apollonic tangent. Arrows fired through a guidance ring releases seeking projectiles, which do more damage based on the distance traveled. And the exotic catalyst is Panoptic Tessellation. Deploying a guidance ring or striking a target with a seeking projectile improves draw time and reload speed for a moderate duration. And that moderate duration being 30 seconds.
I ended up getting that near the end as well, just because they were giving it away free. So, that's how I ended up getting it.
I personally, it's not S or A. It's like top of B. I'd say above Sunshot.
It's not as good as
no.
It's not as good as I think it's got to be around Tiku's Divination. I don't think it's that good. I didn't think it was that good at all. Once again, there's a lot of setup to get it to do anything really good. That's the trouble.
The thing is, Tiku's Divination does better with exploding.
Yeah, and you get all the tracking ones, whereas that one you have to get the circle in the right place and shoot through it. So there's a lot more setup getting that circle in the right place. And yeah, if you've got multiple people with it, you can increase it and get a lot more out of it. But solo, it's just not as good. Definitely not.
So the way we're ending things, our top 5 is. Do you want to say them for us, Nath?
With a Horde, an Ace of Spades, Mythoclast, Rat King, and Malfeasance.
And Malfeasance. Well, Malfeasance. And our bottom 3 is.
Oh, God. Darcy, Queensbreaker, and Trust, which can just be thrown in the bin anyway, can't it? Let's be honest. It shouldn't even be an example.
If there were the delete, I would.
Tell you what we need to do is color the background instead of yellow. Can we make it white? Or green. Either of those is fine. Not yellow. Damn right.
But yeah, next time I host, we'll be doing All That's Left Here.
Some of those I just never used. We shall see.
I've used the most of these here. I've used most of them.
I haven't used that crossbow gun in the middle.
Oh, no, neither have I. I still really want that now that I'm looking at it, but I'll never get it now. Either way, happy with the list that we've got so far?
Not bad. That'll do it, I think.
I
don't think we're going to get much thrown in the top ones anymore, let's be honest. It's not something that's going to happen.
I think the top 5 are pretty solid at the moment. Malfeasance and Rat King could be toppled, but
I can't see Malfeasance.
I can't see it either.
I've got Malfeasance top anyway because it's me and I love Malfeasance. It's probably my favorite gun in the entire game, just because I've used it so much. And with like Lucky Pants, it's just almost unstoppable on most content. So for me, that's my favorite gun.
All right, Nath, where can people find you?
Well, you can find me on YouTube, and It Wasn't My Fault, or on Twitch under Nukami.
You can find me on YouTube at The Welsh Assassin 998 and the same on Twitch. Until next time, I've been Josh.
I'm Nathan.
And see you next week.